Welcome into Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee, where we're set to play 3 on a Sunday afternoon. First up, it's a semifinal round matchup in the winner's bracket of the District 7 3A baseball tournament as the regular season district champion Upperman Bees take on the 2-seeded Stowe Memorial Panthers. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, joining the Jeff Petey Goolsby press box by my broadcast partner Jacob Vinson. As always, our postseason coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Upperman senior right-handed ace Alec Wilson getting his warm-up pitches on the mound one day later than expected after the rain blew through really the entire state a day ago. We've got a wet track, but a good track to play high school baseball, and the top 2 seeds set to face off for a trip to the region tournament.
Well, they did a great job the other night, Friday night, to get this field playable. There was no chance of playing yesterday with as much rain that got dumped across the Upper Cumberland, and fortunately able to play some baseball today as well. And this one should be a fun one between Stowe Memorial and Upperman. It's been quite some time since they played in the regular season. That was that very first district series in the regular season back in that second week of March, or third week of March, I should say. 9-3, 5-2 wins for the Bees, but the closest district games that they had this season, and that was without their basketball guys at the time as well.
Yeah, of course, before the basketball season ended, the Upperman Bees since then, when they got their full complement of players, have been one of the best teams in the classification. Stowe Memorial riding hot after a very impressive win over White County. They're looking to build momentum and pull an upset today. The winner of this game advances on into the region tournament. The loser plays again coming up after the conclusion of our next game, as pitch number 1 from Alec Wilson is across for strike 1. He's been sensational, firmly in the Mr. Baseball conversation. A 2.19 ERA, 7-2. This is his 10th start of the season, 11th appearance, as the 0-1 to Griffin Templeton misses low and outside for ball 1. It's been the strikeouts, one among the state's leaders, just a couple of strikeouts away from leading the state. 86 Ks to just 16 walks for Big Al, as the 1-1 is fouled back, and he was dominant in that win. If you recall, that first district series against Stone was really Alec Wilson and Juju Yano propelling the Bees on the mound with 2 complete game victories. We'll tell you about that outing after this next pitch and give you the Stone batting order. The 1-2, that one just dips out of the zone. In that start against the Panthers, he went a complete game, 7 innings, 7 hits, 12 strikeouts to 2 walks, 2 earned runs allowed. Here comes the 2-2 to Templeton. This one's chopped up, long way for Green. He makes the catch, slides a little bit, but the throw to first is in time for out number 1. Batting today for the Stowe Memorial Panthers. You just saw Griffin Templeton. He's the shortstop. The catcher, Talon Hurd, bats second. Gage Eldridge is the third baseman, batting third. The left fielder, Titus Bisbee, cleans it up. The first baseman, Kyle Hinch, bats fifth. Tanner Bowman's the center fielder, batting sixth. Schaefer Sitton's on the mound for Coach Stokes. He bats 7th, batting 8th is Drake Scarborough, the right fielder. And the second baseman, Cade Wilson, bats 9th. First pitch in to Talon Hurd is across at the knees for strike 1.
Yeah, and that's a tough out against Templeton, who drove in a couple of runs in the win against White County the other night. They won that game 5-1. He was really big.
The field was tarped yesterday. The infield was. It's damp everywhere. It's in pretty good shape, but it's about to get a little worse as it has started to rain, unfortunately. The 1-1, that one's chopped up the middle again. This time, Juju Yano is to it, and the shortstop throws over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down for the Bees defense. We don't expect a ton of rain today, but some of this is possible. Little pop-up showers that move out, and it's just going to make a wet field a little bit wetter.
Yeah, just that. Not the same as yesterday, where it was just complete downpour for hours yesterday. Like you said, just kind of pop up, and more of that annoying rain than anything today.
Here's Gage Eldridge striding in for the first time. That breaking ball is a really good one for Alec Wilson. He sits in the mid-80s with the fastball, and it is all about that curveball, especially the second and third time through the order. 0-1, and he's thrown it a couple of times here. That one's pretty close, so it's 1-1.
Yeah, just inside Eldridge, pretty close on the plate as well.
A 1-1 breaking ball, more work in the infield. This one to Green again on the back pick. He throws it over to first, and Carson Shoup lays out to make the catch and retire the side. 3 ground outs for the Panthers. The Bees coming up for their first set of ABs when we return. Coverage of this game is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. Schaefer sitting on the mound for the Stone Memorial Panthers. The right-hander in his second start of the year against the Bees is going to face one of the top lineups in the state that bats 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is Chris Worsing. He's the third baseman. The second baseman, Braden Green, bats second. Justin Fallon's in center, trying to become the all-time hits leader in Baxter with one of those today. Alec Wilson cleans it up. He's the pitcher. The catcher, rookie Allison, bats fifth. First baseman, Carson Shoup, batting sixth. The seventh hitter, I should say, is the shortstop, Juju Yano. The right fielder, Carson Holroyd, bats eighth. And rounding out the order for Wes Shanks is the left fielder, Evan Huddleston. Mentioned Schaefer sitting his last appearance against the Bees. He started a game, pitched his 2 innings. They got a little bit dinged up on a slide, left the game then. But in those 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Most recently, though, pitched against the White County Warriors in a losing effort.
Yeah, their final game of that district regular season, he came in relief of Talon Hurd. He went 3 innings. He allowed 6 hits, 4 runs. All of them earned 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. He really struggled to find the zone in that outing. 70 pitches, but only 39 of those were strikes. But he talked about it in that Upperman outing. Those first 2 innings was really pretty solid, and then had that slide where he had to be taken out and unable to come back in, and then that's where it kind of started to unravel for the Stone Memorial pitching staff. So we'll see what they're trying to do, and kind of what we thought, saving Titus Bisbee for a possible second game today, unless you can pull off this one, and then you got him for the championship.
The Bees have faced 11 district opponents this season. They are 11-0. Stone Memorial knows it. They have their number 1 in their back pocket, but Coach Stokes Saban says if we win today, great. We'll pitch him tomorrow. If not, you have him on the mound later on today. First pitch into Chris Worsing is across for strike 1. Worsing, the very impressive sophomore, batting .382. He's going to pitch at some point in this tournament. He's going to be on the mound to start the next game for the Bees, whenever that is. Here comes the 0-1 from Schaefer sitting, and Worsing pops this one up into the air. Could be a tough play. Long way to go in. Laying out, unable to make the catch. A great effort in center by Tanner Bowman, but Mr. Consistency, Chris Worsing, leads it off with a single.
Yeah, that was a heck of an effort by Bowman in center field. Looked like he really came close to it, unable to haul it in. Makes it a little bit easier to go for those dives here on this wet grass, and you're showing that bunt signal. We might see a lot of those today with the weather that it is, the wet grass in the infield. You might see a lot of those bunts.
We saw plays made by the Bees in the infield, but there was a couple of slips in the process, and it's raining again. Here's Braden Green climbing in. First pitch from Sitton misses up and in, but you say that bunt, this is Braden Green's type of matchup. He loves a right-handed pitcher coming to him, and we'll see what he does on the season. Green batting .368, third on the team. Throw over behind Worsing. Pretty good one. In the field today for Stone Memorial, Kyle Hinch is over at first. Second baseman's Cade Wilson. Griffin Templeton is at short. Gage Eldridge at third. Here comes the 1-0. Green shows bunt this time, and Talon Hurd has to sky up to catch it. He's catching the balls and strikes behind the dish. Drake Scarborough's in right. Tanner Bowman's in center. And the left fielder is Titus Bisbee.
I know Coach Shanks is going to come over and have a conversation with Braden Green. Not sure if he maybe heard the heard the play call wrong, I guess you could call it. And so they'll have a conversation after time is called. What a job by Talon Hurd, though. He had to sky up to catch that one. Obviously not the tallest catcher behind the dish, but again, another one of those great defensive catchers that we have in 7 AAA.
The Bees face their largest district deficit and the latest district deficit in their first region tournament game, or district tournament game, as the throw behind Worsing. Again, he's back in time. When they trailed in the 5th inning 4-2 on a 2-run home run by Isaiah Shelton for the Cumberland County Jets. They answer with a 6th spot in the bottom half, and they are trying to dirty up Chris Worsing. He dives back in time. They answer quickly, and they're hoping that propels them with the momentum they're looking for, as they are no doubt hunting a deep run. Now a pitch home to Green, shows one again. This time tips off the glove of Talon Hurd, and Chris Worsing moves into scoring position. Going to be a wild pitch there that puts Worsing to second.
And the second time now that we've seen it be a little bit wild off the hands of Sitton. We're just wondering if he's probably not getting a great grip on it right now with that rain continuing to fall. It's not a super heavy rain, but enough, again, to make it annoying.
Yeah, it's one where you can sit there with a jacket on your head. You don't have to have the umbrella, but it's going to get wet.
Yeah.
It's not a driving rain, but it is a nuisance on an already wet field. 3 balls, no strikes here to Braden Green, and the very dangerous Justin Fallon looming on deck. The 3-0. That's ball 4. Nowhere close. A next restaurant walk for Braden Green. And see what Coach Stokes wants to do here. Does he want to come out and have a word or not? Here comes Justin Fallon, the center fielder, batting a measly .451 on the campaign in 18 games. 9 doubles, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. You feel like he's about to uncork at some point and go on a ridiculous streak. He's pressing a little bit, trying to get that hits record. We'll see if this is the AB that delivers it for him.
Yeah, we'll see if he takes a couple of pitches as well after a 4-pitch walk and 3 straight missing high.
First pitch misses up and in, ball 1, and Sitton trying to find the zone. It's been the miss right now, up in the zone.
And you think about it in a golf sense, a lot of times you want to try to overcorrect just to get that feeling back. You might see one try to spike one here just to see if you can get it down.
1-0. It's a much better pitch across for a strike. See if that settles Schaefer sitting down. Chris Worsing had a single into center. Braden Green walked on 4 pitches. It's runners at first and second with nobody out. Just 8 pitches into the ball game here in the bottom half of the first. Fallon awaits the 1-1. Another good pitch, and Sitton appears to be feeling it a little bit better now, 1-2.
That's a great job to work your way back into it after allowing a couple of base runners. Now taking on one of the best bats in the Upper Cumberland.
It is much cooler today. Temperatures in the 50s, cloudy. We hope we get some sun at some point. Here comes the 1-2 instead, Sitton with a turn. That was close, but he's able to flip back around. One ball, 2 strikes. Here to Justin Fallon. He's in the back of that box. And he'll send this one a mile up into the air. It's in foul territory. Hurd tries to find it, and he does for out number 1.
Yeah, it's a really good job by Schaefer Sitton after walking the last batter on 4 straight pitches. You started off with the ball to Justin Fallon. Able to get back ahead 1-2, and you can kind of go anywhere with it then. Gets the pop out in that first out. But this kid coming up to the plate, he's been swinging it well.
Alec Wilson climbs in, and he has reached base a
21,
lot.
22?
I think it's 21 consecutive games where Alec Wilson has reached base. It is. He climbs in here. First pitch misses a little bit up and in. 1-0 on the season. He's batting .329, 20 RBIs. He has a home run. He's got 6 doubles, a triple, and a slugging percentage of .463. Here comes the 1-0 to Wilson. And that's right down Main Street for a strike, 1-1, and already much better for Schaefer Sitton. He's starting to find those locations.
And if you're able to get a ground ball here, just a ground ball out, doesn't have to be a double play. You feel really, really good.
Step off here. And that rain, it's still dropping, but it's not as hard as it even was a few minutes ago. It is blowing out. The wind is, it's not a overpowering wind, but pretty consistent. Here comes the 1-1. Pretty good, but just misses outside, 2-1. And that pitch, or the wind, I should say, kind of blowing left to right.
Kind of that crosswind from the dugout out to right field. Maybe that right field foul pole.
The 2-1 to Wilson. Little excuse me swing, and he pops it out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If you're sitting able to work all the way back here, really struggled to find the strike zone, and now you're throwing it pretty well. Still going to be tough to get it out here.
Live on the main UCR YouTube channel, Facebook page, and the NFHS Network. We welcome you in today. The 2-2. I want to miss a little bit out. 3-2.
Big point in this ball game right now. Obviously very early on, but Alec Wilson induced a few ground balls in that first inning. Now he's trying to help himself out at the plate.
Critical pitch here in this winner's bracket matchup. Throw behind Worsing. He steps back on the bag. A 3-2 payoff pitch. Misses up and in, ball 4. Nick's Restaurant walk to Alec Wilson, and he loads the bases for another dangerous hitter. Here comes rookie Allison.
Well, that's a really good AB work there by Alec Wilson. You said it, kind of had that excuse me swing where he fouled it off, wasn't really trying to. Able to work his way back into it, and you'll get a courtesy runner on for him being on the mound. And now it's rookie Allison's turn, trying to get the first run on the board for the Bees today.
It will be Cody Lowe coming out to run for the pitcher Wilson, and it is 22 consecutive games reaching base for Alec Wilson.
That'll play.
Here's rookie Allison. He's batting .270 on the campaign. It's actually last out of the everyday starters for this team, which
not a bad number.
Yeah, it's not a bad number. And he's been hitting it well in district play. Rain starting to pick up a little bit again. First pitch, that's right there for a strike, 0-1. Bases loaded here, 1 out. Sitting delivers. Allison sends this one into left. That is down. We'll score 2 with ease. Lowe chugging around second. Here comes the throw in from center. How about a 2 RBI Rico double for rookie Allison? The Bees are on the board.
That's a great job by rookie Allison. That first one gets a called strike on the outside corner, so he steps a little bit closer to the plate, gets something he can handle, and ropes it to the outfield. Now they'll bring on Ryland Case to run for rookie Allison as well. And you said it, Lowe chugging around, gets to third. So now you still have runners in scoring position and already 2 runs across.
Rookie Allison with the 2 RBI Real Estate Collective double. Chris Worsing scores, Braden Green scores, and here comes another dangerous hitter. You catch the drift. It's Carson Shoup standing in here trying to add on. And for Allison now up to 19 RBIs on the campaign. And first pitch swinging for Shoup. That one's fouled back. And for the Bees, they don't have anybody with just an unholy amount of RBIs, but they have a ton. Every everyday starter has at least 10. Juju Yano leads the team with 24. Chris Worsing has 21. Alec Wilson has 20. Rookie Allison has 19. Up and down the order, they hit him home. Here comes the 0-1. It's the oh my goodness, what a play by the Bees. It's going to result in an out, but a run comes across to score in the form of Cody Lowe. As the throw went behind the runner Case at second, Lowe scores. The Bees are going to take that trade off. It's 3-0.
Yeah, going on movement there, and a great decision by Lowe, just immediately going as soon as he saw him turn to second. And yeah, you'll absolutely take a run for an out.
So now, base is empty as Sitton tries to settle down. This one popped way up. Hurd gives it a look, but that will get out of play. It's quickly 0-2. 19 pitches here for Schaefer Sitton. And it's already 3-0 for the Bees, and they've got Alec Wilson on the mound. They know that could be enough.
Yeah, that absolutely could be enough for Alec Wilson. You get a run or 2 across, you feel really confident and try to get into that district championship game coming up tomorrow and into the region tournament again.
This one barreled up into center by Carson Shoup. Third base hit of the inning for the Bees, and it sets the table for another dangerous hitter. Here comes Julian Yano.
And that's just the unfortunate part when you face the Bees. There's no reprieve in the lineup whatsoever. You mentioned it, Julian Yano leads the team in runs batted in, and he's in the 7th spot in the lineup. Then you got to face 2 seniors after that, in Carson Holroyd and Evan Huddleston as well. It is not easy whatsoever facing this lineup.
Mentioned why it could be enough. Alec Wilson this season allowing well under 2 runs per outing. And Yano's first pitch swing, this one sent over to short, fielded cleanly, and a quick throw over to second, retires the side on the fielder's choice. Stone able to get out of the inning, but not before 3 Bees come across. It's 3-0 as we head to the second. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy, inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement. And start a career where memories start with you.
The Carson Newman signee, Alec Wilson, has some run support. The Bees strike for 3 in the first to take a 3-0 lead. Winner advances on to the championship round of this tournament. Will play tomorrow at 5, but also, and more importantly, punch their ticket into the region tournament, which will be in the Upper Cumberland. Whoever wins this district tournament will host next week starting on Friday. Titus Bisbee, he's going to get the ball at some point in the next game for Stone. We said that for Chris Worsing on the other side. First pitch into him is a ball maybe a hair low, 1-0. Started to say. Bisbee doesn't have a huge strike zone. This one flicked out into left. A beat on it the whole time, and the catch going to be made for out number 1. No problem for Evan Huddleston.
Right now, you mentioned it. We kind of said it between innings. Stone Memorial seems like they're trying to be aggressive early on in counts against Alec Wilson. You don't want to let him get to 2 strikes because his put-away pitch is so good. So you got to try to handle something early on in these counts. That one, the best hit ball that they've had so far, just right at Evan Huddleston.
Yeah, it's almost a flashback with a pitch to contact. Alec Wilson was there attacking these pitches. 3 ground outs, a fly out so far. Nobody reached. Here's Kyle Hinch. He had a home run in his last game in this ballpark, and he's first pitch swinging, sends it back. Struck out 12 times against Alec Wilson the first time around, did Stone Memorial. So they're trying to avoid that. You're seeing him already swinging at it away. He knows what he wants. Here comes the 0-1. And this one, weakly roll, could be a tough play. Wilson tracks it and can't get it, and Hinch will be safe. Plenty of speed there. It's going to be an error in the field. And a base runner on for the Panthers.
It's just unfortunate because that was a really good pitch right off the end of the bat. And you said, well, it's going to be a tough play. It was a tough play. And so Stone Memorial would expect them to probably put a bunt down here and see if you can't make it another tough play in the field.
Here's Tanner Bowman striding in. He's got plenty of speed as well. So we'll see if Coach Stokes, who typically does have the small ball on, that was the swinging bunt. And tough play for Wilson, kind of off the end of the glove as he tried to pick it. Knows he had to be quick. Couple of glances over. First pitch, waved at and missed. He revved up the heater there.
Chris Worsing was playing way in as well, and he was expecting a bunt, big swing and a miss.
He still is. He hasn't. He's stepping forward over there at third. Here comes the 0-1, and that one right off the mask. That's everybody's okay. It looks like 0-2. In the field today for the Bees, rookie Allison catches the balls and strikes. Carson Shoops at first. Braden Green's at second. Chris Worsing, as we just said, is at third. Juju Yano is at short. Evan Huddleston in left. Carson Holred in right. And Justin Fallon back in center field for the second consecutive game. 0-2 here as Bowman finds himself in a hole. Hinch bounces around. That pitch low. He offered at it. It is strike 3 in the first. Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout of the outing for Alec Wilson.
Yeah, there's that breaking ball. You start it right in the middle of the plate. It breaks off the table, down in the dirt, and just can't hang off of it with 2 strikes. Looks like it's going to be close. So you get that little check swing, able to get that first strikeout.
Here's Schaefer Sitton, the pitcher, going to climb in here. Runner at first, 2 outs. 18 pitches only so far here. Hinch is bouncing around over there, trying to get in the head of Wilson a little bit. 1-0.
Helps when you got a rookie Allison behind the plate. Eases that anxiety a little bit.
Yeah, he has caught so many runners in his career. Here comes the 1-0. That one fouled back. And for the Bees, they learned their lesson last year. They know they need a host sub-state.
Yep.
And so they're locked in on that. And winning today does put them a lot closer towards that because it puts them way in the catbird seat in this tournament, which would mean they dodge Tullahoma, only have to beat Tullahoma once next week. Everything starts to shape up nicely if they find a way to win this game today. Hinch way off the bag, and Alec Wilson is going to step off and look him back. Hinch has to be careful as well. They didn't get too far off the bag there. He knows it. 1-1, that one bounces, and now he'll be able to go down to second on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and again, with 2 outs, still just focusing on the batter now, especially with a 2-1 count, trying to work your way back into it. So you've got the runner in scoring position. That's fine. Now you just try to figure out a way to get the batter out.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Stone would love to get at least one of those runs back they just gave up, trailing 3-0. You lose, you got to play again in a few hours with your season on the line. Wilson again going to step back and look towards Hench.
Probably a 6 o'clock start time or so.
We hope. The 2-1. That one misses low and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count here to Schaefer sitting. Drake Scarborough on deck.
Of course, we'll get Cumberland County, White County coming up next. That'll be a fun one. Keep their season alive, try to get into that game to keep their season alive again.
The 3-1. It's a good pitch right down Main Street. Throw behind the runner, and diving back in is Hench. And we got a full count at 3-2. Yeah, it's nice to, we've been kind of been the Grim Reaper with a couple elimination games. Now we have the optimism game. You win this one, you take a big step forward. The 3-2 payoff pitch. That one fouled off. Good battle here from Sitton, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, and Sitton trying to do everything he can to try to get a run, maybe back up on the board, try to help himself out on the mound and maybe ease his nerves a little bit as well, trailing by 3 runs.
Batter's hitting just .226 against Alec Wilson. 225 against Chris Worsing and 213 against Juju Yada. That's a big 3. The 3-2. That one bounces in. And Hench going to take a turn around third as Allison is to it. And here comes Stone threatening. Now the runner just going to take second as well. And Upperman going to hold it in the infield. That's heads up base running for Schaefer Sitton. He now takes second on the walk. He's 90 feet away.
Oh, and again, now you're going to have Coach Shanks come out and kind of talk it over and figure out what you want to do here with 2 outs. Big opportunity here for Stone Memorial, though, with Drake Scarborough to the plate. Runners in scoring position. You get 1 or 2 across, make it interesting.
And I would imagine part of this is going to be, hey, focus on the batter.
Yeah.
And
well,
he's not happy. He was not happy at all.
He didn't like that, taking that second base because just kind of jogging over to the ball and able to take second base. And obviously on first and third, they're probably going to try to steal anyways, but you still want to see your team out there playing
hard. You give
hard.
up a free bag,
yeah.
And there's a lot of attention being played to the runners right now with 2 outs. You've got Alec Wilson on the mound. You're thinking, hey, get a strikeout and let's go back to the dugout here. So that was as animated as you're going to see Wes Shanks. First pitch waved at a miss from Scarborough. And
147, that's impressive.
on the radar gun comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, that one fouled off 0-2. And how about Caden Shanks over here on the left with his radar gun up for his former teammate Alec Wilson.
Only 82 that time.
The 0-2. Call strike 3. Alec Wilson with a huge show of emotion in this district tournament game as he strands 2 in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom half in a 3-0 ball game. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. The mound visit from Wes Shanks. The next 3 pitches, 3 straight strikes and a punch out for Alec Wilson on the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. This feels like a big moment in this ball game as the Bees look to add on with 8-9-1 due up here.
Yeah, that was a really big opportunity for Stowe Memorial. They were going to have first and third no matter what, and then taking advantage on, again, just kind of taking their time, getting the baseball back in, taking second base. You saw Coach Shanks come out. He was not happy. Alec Wilson responded well with 3 straight strikes on the fastball and able to get him looking on that last one. Now the wind picking up a little bit here, so the weather is definitely going to be a factor today. We knew that. It's going to be wet, the wind picking up and breezy, and it's cold. It's about 50 degrees, about 20 degrees colder than it has been.
It's windy. It's now raining. It's gross.
It's not great.
It's just gross outside right now. Schaefer's sitting. It's beautiful in the Jeff Petey Goolsby press box.
It's packed in here, too.
Carson Holroyd going to lead it off. He was the hero. Had a great 2 RBI hit against Cumberland County. Really got him back in the game. He'll climb in here, and when he's your 8-hole hitter, you know you're a pretty good team. 319 on the season with 13 RBIs.
Yeah, Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game the other day for the Bees, and you said it, the catalyst to get the offense going after trailing 4-2. He was the one that put them back on top, and they were able to continue on afterwards.
22 pitches in that first inning for Schaefer sitting. He knows the job when you've got the opponent on the other side, Alec Wilson, going. You got to limit the damage. Holroyd shows butt on the first pitch. It's a cross for strike 1.
Well, you had Gage Eldredge playing way back at third base and trying to catch him off guard. He'll back you up a little bit, back on the dirt again.
Comes the 0-1. This one flicked over. Second baseman is to it. Shouldn't be a problem for Cade Wilson. It is not for out number 1.
Yep, good play over at second. Again, any ball that's really hit today is going to be interesting just because of how much it rained yesterday. Obviously, the outfield, they don't tarp off, so it's real wet out there. Infield will be a little bit better, but still a little bit wet.
Evan Huddleston, batting .320 with 12 RBIs, will climb in, and he's been one of the key cogs in that resurgence. It was bad baseball for a few weeks for the Bees, and then Huddleston got there, and things stabilized on both sides, really, offensively and defensively. He watches ball 1 in.
Yeah, especially defensively in the outfield. It was an absolute struggle those first 3 weeks or so of the season.
Him and Ryland Case came in and saved the defense. Yes. Justin Fallon getting out there as well certainly helps. The 1-0, there's a pretty good pitch. It is a strike, 1-1. And Sitton's been able to, he missed a little bit early the first couple of batters, but he's been able to find the spot since then, and Huddleston just swung at ball 2. It's 1-2.
Yeah, I got a little bit of help that time against that high cheese. Looks pretty good coming in. Tough to lay off.
Sitton likes the call. Here comes the 1-2. Went to the same pitch. That time Huddleston lays off. He ends up the count. So Huddleston at the plate. Chris Worsing in the top of the order coming up behind. Sitton would love to get 2 up, 2 down here before facing those bats. And there it is, a great breaking ball across for called strike 3.
Yeah, really good job. Starts off the middle, breaks towards the outside, catches just a piece of that zone on the outside corner. And you said it, much rather face the top of the lineup with 2 outs than with 1 and a runner on.
First punch out on the mound for Schaefer Sitton. Chris Worsing put one up into center, and it dropped despite a great diving attempt by Bowman in his first AB. And now Wes Shanks wants a word with his sophomore. It's postseason. The chess match is on everywhere.
2 of the top coaches in this district squaring off in this semifinal round as well. They know how important it is to win this one, make it so much easier, really, to extend your season, obviously.
You get 2 chances to win the district tournament tomorrow, and you're guaranteed, even if you were to somehow lose both of them, which is unlikely, you're guaranteed to make the region anyway. First pitch bounces in 1-0, and the region is a little bit different. If you recall, you're only playing 3 games no matter what. You could only play 2 if you lose your first 2. Obviously, only 4 teams in that tournament. Here comes the 1-0 to Worsing. That one's a called strike, 1-1. But if you win your first 2 games, you win the region, which is
you get the consolation game afterwards.
Here comes the 1-1.
That'll be
that one misses.
Friday, Saturday as well, so it's pretty quick as long as the weather cooperates, of course.
Sitton trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the 2-1. Great pitch. Called a ball. 3-1.
plate umpire saying just missed out.
All right. Talon Hurd did a nice job pulling that one, too. He may have gotten me a little bit. Comes the 3-1. Worsing sends this one a mile up into the air in the infield. Sitton throws his hat off, back pedals, and makes the catch in a really nice bounce-back inning for Schaefer Sitton and the Stone Memorial Panthers. We head to the third. It's 3-0 Bees. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Alec Wilson back on the mound on a misty Sunday afternoon here in Baxter. The Bees lead 3-0. It's going to be 9-1-2 due up for Stone here in this half inning as they try to get back into it.
Yeah, and at Stone Memorial, you said it. Schaefer Sitton did a great job of getting a quick inning there in the second to really right the ship. And now you got to try to cash in on some of these base runners. You got some there in that first inning against Alec Wilson, or in that second inning, I should say. Got to try to cash in on some of these now with the Meteor lineup coming back up.
Cade Wilson, Griffin Templeton, Talon Hurd. Cade Wilson's always a threat to drop a bunt down. We'll see if he tries to or swings away with the bases empty. Here to lead off the top of the third. Coming up next, it's the Cumberland County Jets and the White County Warriors in a new stream. And then the loser of this game will face the winner of that one to set up our championship round. First pitch from Alec Wilson, dots up the inside corner, 0-1. And he's kind of leaning there more than his typical outside pitch that he's gone to a lot. And right on cue, that one misses a little bit out, and it's 1-1.
And you mentioned that Cumberland County, White County game. Two teams that really played some pretty good baseball in their last games. Looking forward to that one.
1-1. And Wilson, he just got his second strikeout. He was looking to end the last inning, and you wonder if that's where it dials him in. There was a lot of contact early on for Stone. He knows what he wants. What is it? Here comes the 1-2 home. It's the heater, and it misses low and away. Wilson trying to put some pressure on there, become a base runner. The 2-2. That one misses up, and we run full.
Good job by Cade Wilson laying off a couple. You keep trying to fight with 2 strikes.
A payoff pitch from Alec Wilson. That one swung on, flared over. Holroyd ranges back, has to jump up and makes the catch. Wasn't a perfect read by Carson Holroyd, but it leads to a highlight reel catch out there and right.
Well, it's a heck of a job, and like you said, maybe not the best read. It looked like it traveled on him a little bit more than he thought, but able to make the adjustment and a great catch for out number 1, because if he doesn't catch that,
you can see with a moment where he kind of had to turn back, and he jumps up and makes the grab. Here's Griffin Templeton grounded out to start the game. That was a hard hit ball from Wilson. Big looping breaking ball. Doesn't quite fall off. It's 1-0. A 1-0 check swing, and Templeton tried to hold off, but it ends up catching the bat for a foul ball. Both teams offering at the high stuff in this ball game.
Stuff not to.
1-1. That one popped up in foul territory. Shoop gives it a look, but it'll get out of here, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that high and inside one, it just looks so good. And it's every time you're going to check at it, it just depends on if you can actually hold the bat back.
And also, if you check at that particular location, that's where the bat ends up.
Right.
So it just catches it sometimes. Here comes the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Alec Wilson. Breaking ball in the dirt, and Templeton lays off. Wilson trying to dial it in a little bit. getting that flow state that he finds where it's just strike, and firing away at will.
Yeah, it might be a little bit more difficult today with the weather what it is. 50 degrees, breeze blowing into your face, the wind or the rain coming down as well. It's definitely not pretty.
56 degrees feels like 48 right now. This one flared over to the right. It's the first base hit for the Panthers. Maybe Holroyd throws to first, but Templeton able to leg it out, and it is the first base hit of the game for Stone Memorial.
Yeah, Stone Memorial probably pretty lucky. They had Griffin Templeton running down the line there. He's got a ton of speed. That was a pretty good throw from Carson Holroyd from right, and still able to leg it out by a couple of steps.
That's one thing about this Upperman outfield. They're all really quick, and they all have huge arms, so they will throw all over the place. Templeton at first with one out as Stone tries to claw back, trailing 3-0. First pitch did not come out clean, but rookie Allison jumps up. Talon Hurd grounded out to short in his first plate appearance. Alec Wilson says, get that baseball out of here. Picks up some of that dirt today. It's going to stick on it.
Might be a good thing for you. Get a little more movement maybe.
1-0. Wilson trying to find the control now, 2-0. Pitching obviously going to be so interesting for every team today. The 2-0, that one waved at and missed, and Hurd trying to go after that one. 2-1 for the Bees. Obviously a huge boost because now out there in center they have Justin Fallon, who pitched tremendously his last time in. Rookie Allison, Carson Holroyd as well. Runner goes. Wilson going to step off, throws behind him, and he is cooked. Trying to read it. Alec Wilson steps off, and Yano applies the tag. A base running mistake for Stone Memorial. Puts the second out on the board.
Yeah, trying to time him up. Alec Wilson doing a great job. He took a little bit more time in between and trying to throw off that timing. Obviously did, and did a good job of as well, keeping his composure and making a good throw to second.
A 2-1. This one chopped over. Worsing gives it a look. Yano is there. It's a speedy runner who will leg it out. This one gets away, but rookie Allison doing a great job backing it up. It's going to be an infield single for Talon Hurd. Back-to-back base hits for the Panthers, but again, that base running mistake looms huge in a 3-0 game. Here comes Gage Eldridge.
It's really big, especially since that throw got away as well. And even if the throw doesn't get away, you might have a throw to second base instead from there. So it's big right now for Stone Memorial and puts another out on the board for the Bees.
It is. It's raining at a good clip right now. It's that thin rain, but it's consistent for the next 10 minutes or so we expect, but it's just popping up throughout the day. First pitch, that one bounces in a good block for Allison. Gage Eldridge 0 for 1 with a ground out, and both these pitchers have to try and find the control on a wet day. Advantage offense. That's a good pitch. It's chopped up the middle. Braden Green attacks it, bobbles on the transfer. Everybody's safe. We'll see how this one is scored. That's kind of a tough decision. That's why it's the P.D. Goolsby press box. It is going to be a hit. It's a single, the third straight base hit for the Panthers, and Titus Bisbee climbs in with a chance to tie the game with one swing of the bat.
And he hit it well last time, but right at Evan Huddleston in left field.
Green just couldn't get the transfer on a wet day again, and a good job by Eldridge to be churning, and all of a sudden the pitch count becomes interesting. 46 pitches through 2 2/3 for Alec Wilson.
Yeah, you'd love a quick out right here, trying to get out of the inning, not face any more batters in this third.
3 straight hits for the top 3 in the order for Stone. A throw behind over at second, back in time. Hidden ball trick. Doesn't quite work. A little token hidden ball trick.
And on that last ground ball, that's one you thought maybe Juju Yano tries to get and just step on the bag. Green steps in front and takes it away and just unable to really make a play anywhere.
1-0. This one flicked over. Worsing flashes the glove and will take the short throw to second, and that will retire the side. Stone threatens again but leaves empty-handed again despite 3 base hits. We head to the bottom half. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The real estate collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the third inning and a little bit of meat on the bone for the Stowe Memorial Panthers as they try to knock off the Bees in district play for the first time in over a year. 3-0 lead for the Panthers. They got 3 hits in that last inning, base running mistake, and then Alec Wilson ultimately able to get the fielder's choice. 4 Panthers left on base through 3 innings so far.
And that's what I was looking at down on your score sheet. Those 4 runners left on are going to start to prove pretty big for Stowe Memorial, especially back in that second inning. Had second and third, and what a job by Alec Wilson to get out of it. Same thing there. They run into an out on the base path, and only had 1 out and a runner on first and a good small ball opportunity, but then you run into an out, so you get 2 outs on the board. Again, had 2 runners on, just unable to do anything with it. Now for the Bees, see if you can use that to your advantage. Use a little bit of that momentum here at the plate and try to get some more runs on the board.
Gentry's Power Equipment is your hometown steel and Exmark dealer located on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. Visit them for all your power equipment needs and let them know that you appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Sports all year long and then all of our postseason tournament coverage as well. Here comes Braden Green. He came around to score back in the first inning as the Bees look for some insurance here. The rain subsiding a little bit as we head towards the middle frames.
And that wind, it's helping Braden Green here if he can get it up in the air.
First pitch swinging. He was thinking about it. Fouls it out of play. Been a while since we've seen a big strike from Green. Not necessarily a home run, but just something really hard hit. We know he's got the power. Schaefer sitting here in inning number 3. Couldn't get to the third in his last outing against the Bees because he got a little bit dinged up in that one. He's working pretty well despite a little blip in the first inning. That's a good pitch across, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Just froze Green. Was expecting fastball, gets the off-speed pitch, and unable to really pull the trigger.
Here's the 0-2. Try to go in the outside corner. Not a bad spot to go, 1-2.
What a job by Sitton as well. After giving up those 3 runs in the first, has pretty much settled in nicely here in these last couple.
Yeah, 1-2-3 in the second inning. Here's the 1-2. This one chopped over. A little hesitation and a nice read by Cade Wilson. The throw beats Green by a step for out number 1.
Yeah, and again, you kind of have to take that extra beat on the infield if you've got the opportunity today, just to make sure you got a good grip on the baseball, make a good throw.
Here's Justin Fallon. Caden Shanks is in the press box. See if his record remains intact for one more AV
so is
or not.
everybody else.
Yeah, it's we got a heater in the press box. It's a popular place to be when it feels like 48 outside in
Might not even need the heater
May.
today.
First pitch swinging for Fallon. This one rolled over to second, and it hops over the shortstop. And it is a single for Justin Fallon, and he is now the all-time hits leader in Baxter.
Yeah, that's a really good job by Justin Fallon. Again, he kind of think had been weighing on his mind a little bit as well, and finally able to get it here in the district tournament. And now we'll see if that maybe opens it up a little bit.
A prestigious lineage in Baxter, and Justin Fallon now holds a big-time record, all-time hits leader here. I recall his freshman year when he went on some 26-plus game hitting streak, and he went, whoa, this kid's special. He is, and he's going to stay at home for Matt Braga next year. And he can add that one to his resume. First pitch across to Alec Wilson is a strike.
Obviously, he's been a special player, hadn't been able to be in the lineup full-time this year. Now we'll see if that kind of, like I said, gets him going a little bit here in the postseason.
Congratulations to him, and now he'll head over to second. And all of a sudden, he's got a little pep in the step. That hammy feeling loose for him once he's got that weight off his shoulders. He pulls in to scoring position.
And now you got a runner in scoring position with a really good batter at the plate. And this is kind of where the Bees were able to get some of their damage done in that first inning, right here in the middle of their lineup.
So he gets that. And we'll see if that uncorks Justin Fallon at the plate a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1, and it's a good point. You know, Gaten hit a bomb in his to break the record last year. It was a tank over the right field fence. He hit quite a few of those in his high school career. It's been a pretty good past 4 years for this Bees baseball program. Stone trying to put a little sour taste in the mouth here with a comeback. The 2-1 to Wilson, and that one tips off the glove again, and Fallon going to head 90 feet. Hurd kind of jogged over to it, and that allows Justin Fallon to pour into third, rather, and a big insurance run 90 feet away.
Yeah, and kind of the late decision by Fallon as well. Just wanted to make sure it got deep enough. He still didn't want to turn on the Jets just yet unless he really has to, and still able to move up to third.
Well, with what the Bees are hoping to do, he didn't really want to turn on the Jets till Murfreesboro. That's
Right.
just the reality of it. Here comes the 3-1, and Wilson chomps this one through, and it's an RBI single for Alec Wilson. The Bees add on. It's 4-0. And it's RBI number 21 for Big Al.
And that's why it was so important to move up another 90 feet, and Justin Fallon able to do so. Alec Wilson drives him home. You said it, trying to just keep on tacking on some more insurance, able to do so there.
Cody Lowe on to run again for the pitcher. Here's rookie Allison, hit an RBI double back in the first inning. Looking for more here. Schaefer sitting at 44 pitches through 2 1/3. Where would Trent Stokes go if he has to make a move? Will be very interesting. We expect Titus Bisbee to be on the mound in their next game. Whoever it's against, he's got some options he could go to.
And I think if I'm Coach Stokes, I'm saying, Schaefer,
This is your
this
game,
is your
buddy.
game, buddy.
You're throwing 120 pitches.
Sorry if it ends up pretty bad.
Keep
but
that arm loose, my friend. Throw over, and now we always point this out with double headers and games in the same day. That pitch limit is in the day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can put somebody in and then pitch him again later.
And obviously, if you would want to keep Bisbee fresh for that second game, but then if you win that game, you got to have arms for tomorrow.
That pitch fooled rookie Allison, waved at and missed for strike one.
He's only at 45 right now, so
Right.
not a terribly high pitch count
But that
either.
the equation, the calculus
Yeah.
has to be on for the head coach. 0-1. Allison sends this one towards left, and it will drop in and then gets past the left fielder as he slides. Cody Lowe fell down at second. It's a single for rookie Allison. And on a wet field, it's starting to make its presence felt. Speaking of Titus Bisbee, he ate it a little bit in there and left, but able to recover and hold everybody where they are.
Yeah, and you mentioned Lowe kind of slipping around second base as well. And get rookie Allison a runner on as Ryland Case will come on. And Coach Shanks, he was throwing that send signal on. And it was a pretty good job by Bisbee to get to it as quick as he did. Probably at least would have held Lowe to third base rather than maybe scoring.
Here's Carson Shoup. He singled back in the first inning, and Upperman's trying to break it open right here. Big moment for Stone Memorial in this semifinal round.
Yeah, and like you said, big for Coach Stokes and Schaefer sitting on the mound.
And that one gets away again on a wild pitch, and both runners go into scoring position for the Bees. And there's a ton of speed with Lowe at third and Case at second. Anything into the outfield is going to score 2. And anything behind Hurd is going to score 1.
Yeah, and obviously a few pitches have gotten past Hurd already in this inning. He's trying his best back there. Obviously, it's a little muddy. Even though they did have the tarps on, it's just going to be that way. So it's going to be a little bit tougher when you do have to go down and try to get up a block.
6 hits already for the Bees in this game. They've got 4 runs across. They're looking for more. Schaefer sitting with the 1-0 to Carson Shoup. That one's a little bit up. Ball 2.
Shoup ripped one right back up the middle last time to the plate. Nobody on, though, as that was when they threw behind the runners, and one came home to score, and Cody Lowe.
Yeah, Shoup swinging a good bat right now. Everybody is for the Bees. Here's the 2-0. That one misses. You do have an empty base, but Juju Yano's on deck.
Yeah, team leader and runs batted in. Not exactly the guy you want to face with bases loaded and 1 out. Then again, there's really nobody you want to face.
Here's the 3-0. And Shoup taking the whole way. That one's across for a strike.
That's got to be the toughest take. I mean, that is right there.
You're thinking I'm sitting at 400 feet, but you got
Yeah.
to stand there and take it. Here's the 3-1. And that one waved at and missed, and sitting back in it. A punch-out would be huge for Schaefer sitting. We run full.
It'd be massive. Try to get that second out on the board and then just try to focus on the batter afterwards.
This is pitch number 51 for him. Long look, and now he'll deliver. That one misses up and in, ball 4. Nick's Restaurant walks. Shoup to first. Bases loaded. And here comes Julian Yano, and here comes Trent Stokes stepping out of the dugout. We'll see if he's going to make it a full visit or not. I think he is. And we'll see if it's a change or not for him. If you lose this game, you play again later. And then if you win that game, you play at least one tomorrow against this Upperman team who, oh, by the way, will have Chris Worsing rested and ready to go.
And that's why we talked about it. You wondered if he does make a change in this game or if Schaefer Sitton, he's going to stay out there until he can't anymore just because you want to save as many arms as possible to possibly play 3 more games.
And this is a discussion here. And what you want to see if you're Trent Stokes is a battle. Even if it is,
right.
Hey, you're out here until this game ends, one way or the other. You want them to continue to battle and try to get outs, try to get good pitches, stay engaged here because you never know what will happen. You have one big inning, you got a couple mistakes on a wet field, you're right back in the baseball game. But you make a mistake to Yano, and all of a sudden it's 8-0 here in this spot.
Well, on a ground ball right here, you're able to turn it and get out of the inning. So down by 4 runs, definitely not insurmountable, like you said, if you're able to get a couple of bounces to go your way on the other side when you're at the plate.
Seems like the rain has subsided nearly entirely, if not totally done. Bases juiced for Yano. Schaefer Sitton trying to battle in. First pitch, that's a really good one. Right across for strike 1.
Yeah, it looked pretty good coming in as well, and I think Yano thought it, but it looked like he may have been taking one just to see one.
After a walk, you see the next one. Here comes the 0-1 with the bases loaded. Lowe takes off. The squeeze is on, and it's fouled back. Yano had to try and get it as they went for the suicide squeeze, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it was, Lowe was right there. He was scoring.
He may have scored straight up.
He might have.
It was going to be close. That pitch was high. I'm not sure he doesn't slide in safely on that, just stealing home, which would have been
But you saw
insane.
Yano. He was kind of trying to get out of the way. I think he probably heard him coming down the line.
Now Sitton has an 0-2 and a big opportunity. This pitch sent over. Taylor made it short. Throw to second for 1. Throw to first in time. 6-4-3 to get out of a major league jam. We head to the 4th in a 4-0 ball game. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
What a turn for the Stone Memorial Panthers. Bases loaded with 1 out. They get the 6-4-3 double play, and they are still alive, but it's a 4-0 lead for Alec Wilson at 47 pitches as we head to the 4th. Hinch, Bowman, and Sitton, 5, 6, 7, due up for the Panthers.
I said all you need is a ground ball. It's exactly what they got, and even before that, that was Cody Lowe almost stole home before that to get the 5th run across, but a great job of the Stone Memorial defense, and you said it for Coach Stokes, you just want to see him compete, and that's exactly what they did. Now, can you get the bats going? You've left 4 runners on. Can you maybe try to bring a couple across and cut into this lead a little bit?
It was 3 straight base hits back in the 3rd inning, but now the rain has slowed down. The control had kind of fleed from Alec Wilson. We'll see if he's able to grip the baseball a little bit better here. Kyle Hinch reached on an error and was ultimately left at 3rd. Back in the 2nd, climbs in here for crack number 2.
It is packed.
It's a great crowd
here, by the way.
Happy Sunday indeed at the ballpark. First pitch, breaking ball. Pretty good pitch, missed, but it's 1-0.
Yeah, I think it dipped just a little bit too much.
This one chopped over towards Yano at short. Fields cleanly and throws down to first in time for out number 1.
And that's exactly what Alec Wilson needs right now with that pitch count at 49 pitches just starting this 4th inning. You really want to get a couple of quick outs, and we saw Stone Memorial being aggressive early on in those counts. Started to get a little bit more patient. Obviously aggressive there, swinging second pitch.
It is Alec Wilson's game unless he gets into some major trouble or that pitch count maxes out. Tanner Bowman 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sends the first pitch he sees over to Green, and a great start for the Bees defense. 2 up, 2 down in short order.
Yeah, and only 3 pitches so far, so if you're able to get out of here at 55 or less, feel a heck of a lot better through 4.
Schaefer sitting, worked a long count, and ultimately reached on a walk, then moved over to second as the Bees were a little bit lackadaisical in the field behind him. Ultimately was left stranded there, however. He climbs in here. First pitch, waved at and missed, and all of a sudden, it's not raining, and Alec Wilson has the goods.
Yeah, maybe a little bit better feel on that baseball. He's working quickly.
Here comes the 0-1. Whew, added a lot of movement on that breaking ball, 1-1. Listen in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Big swing and a miss on that one, and Wilson, really rare for him this year. He's only at 2 punch-outs so far. He's looking for number 3 here. 1-2, little hezzy. This one rolled over again. This time Chris Worsing gets it, and every infielder got to make a play in that inning. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Bees. We head to the bottom half with 8-9-1 due up for them. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Amanette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 2 plots of land in Livingston. This property features 3 prime acres of commercial real estate right off of Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston. You can bid on these properties at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on these online-only auctions ends on Thursday, May 8th at 12 noon. Amanette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's 4-0. Schaefer sitting, should have some confidence. Faced a bases loaded jam with 1 out. Got out of it with a 6-4-3 double play. He's going to face Holroyd, Huddleston, and Worsing in the 4th.
Yeah, and you said it. You had Juju Yano at the plate. Bases loaded at 1 out. The team leader in runs batted in, and he offers at the bunt. Obviously, second pitch after watching the first one because he walked the previous batter. And so you could really go anywhere, and he got the ground ball right back up the middle. They turn it nicely. So you strand a couple of runners out there. You don't let any runs come across, and it's still just 4-0. You put another 0 up on the board. Now you got to try to figure out Alec Wilson on the other side, who is not too intent on giving up 4 runs or more. But you got to get some across, and you got to score to win a game.
Yeah, the rain stopped, and all of a sudden Alec Woods had the goods again out there on the mound. That's not good news if you're a Panthers fan. 54 pitches so far for Schaefer sitting. Carson Holroyd grounded out. Really, all 3 due up here. Went down in 1-2-3 in the 2nd inning, so they'll try to change that offensively as Upperman tries to separate and put this game away, hunting their 4th straight district title. First pitch, just outside, 1-0.
4 in a row is pretty good.
It's not easy to do in this sport. 1-0. That pitch crosses the knees, 1-1 to Carson Holroyd.
And obviously that you get to host the region tournament this year as well, so adds a little bit more incentive.
Another nice pitch, that time to breaking ball, 1-2, and sitting ahead of the count here against Holroyd. He thought that one was low, got to climb back in. It's interesting to be in the back of that batter's box today. 1-2. This one rolled over towards short, a nice adjustment made, and a throw to first is in time for out number 1. That's a good read by Griffin Templeton.
Yeah, the infield been pretty solid so far for Stone Memorial. Griffin Templeton been pretty impressed with him. Obviously, he was really good against White County in their first game in the district tournament. He's been pretty solid today.
Evan Huddleston struck out looking his first appearance and really did not seem to have a beat on what was coming out of the hands of Schaefer Sitton. Second time around here. Sitton starting to work pretty quickly out there. First pitch swinging. This one chopped over, and it is a foul ball. As Eldridge got to it. Strike one.
That would have been a tough play as well, so probably a good thing for Stone Memorial that was a foul ball.
Yeah, Huddleston churning down the line. It was a 3-spot in the first. That looms large for Upperman that start. They've been able to ride it. Getting a shutout on the other side from your starting pitcher and defense helps.
Got the one across, of course, with Fallon coming around on the Alec Wilson hit. Ooh, my goodness.
That's why you wear a helmet. Right on the back of the head for Huddleston. He says he's okay, and he'll jog down to first. Did not come out clean, obviously, for Sitton, but the helmet does its job. Just bring up Chris Worsing.
Just buzzes a little bit.
It didn't. It hit kind of the bottom of it. It's a sturdy.
It's there for a reason.
It's sturdy. It certainly is. Here's Chris Worsing, 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out so far. Runner at first for the Bees, of course, with tons of speed. And we'll see what they do here. Will they try and test Talon Hurd? He's got a good arm behind the plate. Huddleston 5 of 6 on the season. He's got a big lead, and he's going. Hit and run is on. This one rolled over. Templeton has it again. Long throw off line, but a tag is there for out number 2. A good job over at first base by Kyle Hinch.
Yeah, that's a really good job. Coming off the bag, securing the baseball, and realizing you can still get the tag down, so able to do that. But you get the runner in scoring position if you're the Bees, and you got Braden Green at the plate. Something out to right field, might be able to score him.
Braden Green's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. He scored a run, and that hit and run almost led to that ball getting through because it was a big adjustment for Templeton. He's going to cover the bag, had to retreat back and able to do it nicely. The throw was a little off because he had to rush. This first pitch swung on for Green, and it is down into center. Bowman gives chase. Huddleston is heading home, and it gets away from Bowman in center. An RBI single for Braden Green makes it 5-0 for the Bees.
Yeah, good job by Braden Green. You said it, hadn't had one of those big hits in a while. Able to put it through to the outfield there and played another run to make it 5-0.
RBI number 13 for Braden Green. Of course, he was batting leadoff for most of this season. Here's Justin Fallon, 1 for 2 on the day. Got the single. Got that record, the monkey off his back. See what he does here. And again, there's another example. The difference this year for Upperman versus last year, timely hits.
Yep.
They're getting them with 2 outs.
Huge.
So you get one there for Braden Green. A throw over, Green dives back. That's a pretty wicked good move for Sitton.
Put it in a good spot, too, so you get the swipe tag from Hinch. He's right back into his lead.
Green leading over there. He's 3 for 3 on the campaign. Fallon tried to tank that one way up into the air. Giving Chase Templeton little slip, able to adjust, and he makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Bees get an insurance run in the bottom of the 4th to make it 5-0. We head to the 5th. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring a large home that has ample storage space. This home has over 2,300 square feet on almost half an acre of land. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends Thursday, May 8th at 10 a.m. Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Bees looking for victory number 21 of the campaign and trying to advance on to the championship round of the district tournament. They've got a 5-0 lead. Stone Memorial, if they want to do those things, they're going to have to find a way to put a comeback together here against Alec Wilson. 8-9-1 due up for the Panthers here in the top of the 5th.
And you said it in that last inning, Alec Wilson. The rain stopped, dried out a little bit. Seemed like he found his rhythm where he really started to go quickly there in that last inning in the 4th. And A little bit drier out there, maybe a little bit better grip on the baseball. He worked a really quick inning as well.
He certainly did. And just 2 strikeouts, though, today for Alec Wilson. And part of that's been the approach for Stone. Been very aggressive at the plate, swinging at a lot of stuff. It hasn't been many barrels so far. Even their hits were all singles. And we'll see if they're able to put more pressure on here. The Panthers will have 4 runners on the base paths on those 3 hits. It was 3 ground outs in the last inning. First pitch here to Scarborough is a strike. Dots up that upper inside corner. He was one of the strikeout victims. It was looking at a big spot in the second inning to retire the side. Wilson tries to go to that outside corner for one of the first times. Misses it 1-1.
He's going quick now.
Yeah, he is. That one bounces in. 2-1. Sparta and Cumberland County coming up next. Elimination game, and it should be a really fun matchup. 2-1. This one chopped up the middle. More work for Yano. It bobbles it. Now spins and throws. It was a pretty good play for Yano, but liking it out for the infield single is going to be Drake Scarborough.
It was a really good job by Yano. Like you said, not quite sure if he was going to get to the baseball. Kind of popped it up in the air, stayed with it, and just no chance to make a throw with Scarborough's speed there at first base. And I got Cade Wilson in that 9 spot. Maybe trying to bunt him over.
Trent Stokes in that third base coaching box. Here comes some small ball for the Panthers, as they're trying to scrape across some runs and make it interesting here, trailing 5-0. It's going to get late in a hurry. You got 3 more sets of ABs to go, assuming the Bees don't have a big inning somewhere. That one misses up and in, and that's a real thing against this baseball team. You're not guaranteed 3 more sets of ABs.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed this set of ABs. You got to do something with it. 1-0. And Wilson's going to swing away, and it's going to work. A base hit for Cade Wilson. And now the Panthers showing signs of life. 2 on, nobody out. Flipping it over to the top of the order for Griffin Templeton.
Well, and the reason that works, Chris Wersing is playing in because he's expecting a bunt. They swing away, and so he really doesn't have a chance to get to it because it gets to him so quickly. Coach Dronebarger going to come out, have a chat with Alec Wilson on the mound, realizing how big this is for the Bees to try to get it out, slow it down. Nobody out here in this 5th inning, and 2 runners on for Stone Memorial, who just seems like they've been knocking on the door throughout this game. This might be their chance to finally get a run across.
Here comes the pitching coach, Dalton Dronebarger, to have a word with Alec Wilson and the infield. 5 base hits in the day for Stone Memorial. And what will they do with Griffin Templeton? He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Are they going to bunt or swing away
So
here?
we keep saying they've had some opportunities for small ball, and they haven't done it yet. This is a Stone Memorial team that normally likes to. But with Templeton, he's got a ton of speed. Would not be surprised if he did put one down.
The next 3 batters all singled their last time up. Templeton, though, ran into an out. That was huge. That's one of those missed opportunities that Stone has had in this game. He's going to climb in here with runners at first and second. Nobody out. Pitch count at 60 for Alec Wilson on there on the mound. So he's only halfway to his max, but this is a jam for the senior righty. First pitch misses up and in, 1-0. Wilson with a look back. 1-0. That one gets the call, 1-1.
That's a really good pitch. Right on that inside corner, freezes the hands, doesn't want to pull him through.
Templeton has not shown bunt yet. And Wilson going to turn and look back the runner. Wants him to know he's there.
He is choked up a little bit.
Trying to put something in play for Griffin Templeton here against Alec Wilson, the 1-1. Low and outside, 2-1.
Yeah, and rookie's got an important job here. Anything low, you got to keep in front of you. You don't want to give any free bags with nobody out.
A look back. This one chopped over, foul, and that's probably ball 3, but it's 2-2 instead.
Yeah, and if you're Alec Wilson, you got to use that to your advantage now with 2 strikes. Got to try to put them away and get that first down.
Winner moves on to the championship round tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Would have to just win 1 of 2. The loser plays for their season against the winner of our next game between Cumberland County and Sparta. 2-2 to Templeton. Low, but blocked up just enough by rookie Allison. And now the biggest pitch of the game for Alec Wilson. Full count 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, and you got Gage Eldridge coming up next. Love to face him with an out or 2 on the board.
Talon Hurd coming up. And then Eldridge behind him.
There you go.
Either way, you're exactly right. 3-2 payoff pitch. Ball 4. Alec Wilson wants the call. He doesn't get it. Bases loaded here for the Panthers.
This is a big opportunity. And they've stranded some runners these last couple of innings. Schaefer-Sitten was able to get out of a jam, bases loaded and 1 out. What can Alec Wilson do here with bases loaded and no outs? Double play depth on the middle infield. So looks like Chris Wersing playing up. We'll see if Carson Shoup comes up on the grass as well.
I do think that was inside for ball 4. Bases loaded. First pitch. That one misses again. 1-0. Wilson has not really gone outside. It's been inside. And now the first real humongous chance for Stone. Nobody out. Bases loaded. This one for Hurd right at Yano. Throw behind the runner at third. Double play. Just like that. It's 2 outs with 2 on and nobody across.
I mean, that is huge. Just that soft liner right at Juju Yano. Runner on third, a little too aggressive off the base path. Thought it was getting through, and an easy play for 2 outs.
So now Gage Eldridge steps in, and does that pop the balloon for Stone Memorial as they were threatening for a major league comeback? First pitch swinging, this one fouled off. Eldridge can still do some damage here with one swing and make it interesting. But my goodness, and how about the execution for Yano? No problem. The throw over to third made it look easy.
And a good job by Alec Wilson as well, trusting his defense behind him and letting him make a play.
And now he's going to look back again, and again, the experience for this Upperman team in these playoff games. No blink.
8 seniors, 2 state tournaments, sectional round last year.
2 state championship game appearances, a state championship, and they just do not blink. Again, 0-1 coming here to Eldridge. And Wilson wants something else here. He's going to step off again.
Yeah, just asking, go through the pitches again.
Out of the stretch, Eldridge trying to get that momentum back instead of throw behind. Pretty good one, but he dives back in safely. That's Cade Wilson out there at second with a lot of speed.
It's about as close as you can throw it, right on the runner.
Breaking ball, chopped over, foul again, and it's 0-2. And you can kind of sense it, that took a ton of steam off the Panthers and the fans who made the trip.
Well, and you mentioned that you're not guaranteed that many more ABs. Now it's the top of your lineup here in the 5th. You're really not guaranteed the top of your lineup coming back to the plate.
Heart of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Bees in the bottom half. Alec Wilson's going to lead it off. Here's the 0-2 from him. That one bounces in, and again, rookie Allison, a brick wall, keeps it in front.
Yeah, that's a tremendous block as well. Keep it in front with runners on first and second. Again, you're just focusing on the batter, but you don't want to give up any free bases.
Runners at first and second with 2 outs. A 1-2 count to Gage Eldridge. Swung on up the middle, tips off of Wilson. Yano picks it up and steps on the bag. That was barreled up, and I think the deflection saves a run for the Bees. We'll head to the bottom half. It's 5-0. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy, UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home located in the quaint Magnolia Creek subdivision. Explore tiny home living in this 1,008 square foot home. Built in 2023, this kitchen has all stainless steel appliances and beautiful countertops. This home has a back porch, carport, and extra storage room. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. The Stone Memorial Panthers had bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the fifth. They leave with 0 runs. A double play turned by the Bees defense, and then an unconventional deflection off the ankle of Alec Wilson that leads to the ball being in Juju Yano's glove. He tags the bag for the fielder's choice, and that gets him out of the Major League jam. And now the Bees are looking for more as Alec Wilson, Rookie Allison, and Carson Shoup are due up in this half inning. It's a call to the bullpen for Trent Stokes as Drake Scarborough goes to the mound.
Yeah, he got a start against Warren County a couple of weeks ago on the 17th of April. Not a great start. 1 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs. None of them earned, but 2 walks and 1 strikeout. Only threw 28 pitches. 17 of them were strikes, but got running out of there pretty quickly.
So another right-handed pitcher on here for the Panthers, trying to keep it right where it is. Alec Wilson today has been good again. 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, a run scored, and an RBI. And the first pitch leans back. And he didn't love that one.
74 on the gun.
He leaned right back and looked at Drake Scarborough. Here's the 1-0. Looping pitch doesn't fall off, and it's 2-0. Yeah, he didn't appreciate that one at all. That was a long look from.
Well, he just got hit on the mound after the one drilled back at him.
And this one is sent up into the air. Shortstop ranges back. Griffin Templeton has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. And a brand Rookie Allison, he's 2 for 2. A single, a double, and an RBI so far.
And with the exception of that first inning for Schaefer Sitton, really did a pretty good job. Obviously, the Bees were able to scrape across another couple of runs to put up 5 on his ledger, but pretty solid job in those last 3. And now it's Scarborough's job to try to put some zeros on the board and see if that Stone Memorial offense can finally break through.
They flirted with some runs coming across, but haven't been able to capitalize yet. As the first pitch is a nice one across, 0-1. Working quickly is Scarborough. Throws that pitch again this time. Allison ducks out of the way, 1-1. And it's been a professional approach for the Bees today offensively. They're not looking for anything huge. They've got runners on, moved them along, brought them across, and just kind of slowly stretched their advantage. Another nice breaking ball across, and it's 1-2.
That's really good. I mean, that's breaking all the way across after starting on the inside part.
The 1-2 from Scarborough. That one misses upstairs, 2-2. It's kind of been a bad miss and a good pitch. Bad miss, good pitch.
Hadn't been able to find it with the fastball yet, but that breaking ball had been pretty solid.
And it's diving away from these right-handed hitters. Here's the 2-2. Allison rolls this one over, and it one-hops awkwardly, then grabbed high. Throw gets away and takes a big hop. Now there may be a throw down from first. The throw is not in time. It's going to be a single and an error. Just an error both ways. An error all the way for Rookie Allison, but he ends up at second, and another run is in scoring position for Carson Shoup.
Great job by Rookie Allison deciding to go to second and committing to going to second, because that ball, like you said, ricocheted pretty hard off the fence or the dugout over there on up that right side in foul territory. And Stone Memorial made a pretty good throw to second, but Rookie Allison in there safely. Now you got a runner in scoring position.
It's the first error of the game for the Panthers defensively, and now we have a meeting out there with Templeton and Scarborough and Talon Hurd. Carson Shoup on the day. He's reached both appearances, single and a walk to this point. And he's trying to add on and really break it open for the Bees.
Yeah, of course, 5 across would do the job.
Yeah, that would end it. First pitch, pretty good. Missed a little bit in. Oh, never mind. It's a strike. 0-1. My bad. That was a good pitch. Healthy lead over there for the runner. I believe that's Case again.
Yep.
0-1, that one bounces in. Case starts to bounce off. Hurd going to throw behind him.
That's a heck of a catch.
That was a great catch, and the tag on the hip just back in time was Case.
Templeton had to catch it around Case. I don't know if you saw the video of the dad catching the foul ball.
Blinded?
Yeah,
yes.
The daughter's sitting on his shoulders and covers his eyes up. And similar to that one, Templeton couldn't see it coming in and still able to make the catch.
The 1-1. Breaking ball. That's a really nice pitch, but it doesn't quite fall off. 2-1.
Yeah, it's a big looper. Maybe works a little better when you start it in the middle and break it off.
Shoop at the plate. Yano on deck. Bees looking for more. They brought one across in each of the last 2 frames. 2-1. That one misses inside. 3-1. Shoop trying to reach for the 3rd time in the ball game. Scarborough in his first inning of relief. Now dealing with traffic on the base paths. He threw a pretty good pitch that got grounded over, but an error puts a runner in scoring position. The 3-1. That one misses upstairs, ball 4. A Nick's Restaurant walk for Carson Shoop. It's his 2nd walk work today. He heads to first. Juju Yano, he's looking to get it rolling. He's grounded into a fielder's choice, and then a critical 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. That doesn't happen. We may not be having this conversation right now. He climbs in here again with runners all over the base paths.
Yeah, he's looking to maybe change that trend a little bit here. Another good opportunity. Runners on first and second and just the one out. So you're trying to get that offense going a little bit if you're Juju Yano.
Scarborough retired the first batter he saw on a flyout, and now he's trying to regain control. Yano chases the first pitch he sees, sends it up into the air, into the outfield. Both outfielders giving chase and kind of wobbling over to it, but able to adjust and make the grab is Tanner Bowman for out number 2.
And again, that wind, it's not super strong, but you hit it high enough and it gets caught up there. It's going to be pushed around a little bit, and you kind of saw that there. It's blown out to right field, and you saw the loop brought on by Bowman there. Got to move back to his left as the ball came down.
Carson Holroyd's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. He's got 2 runners on the base paths. One at first, one at second with 2 outs. Drake Scarborough trying to get back into the dugout here. And turns and looks back the runner Case. He's out there running for rookie Allison.
Rain starting to come down again.
Maybe like this all day, and another hit batter. This time it catches Holroyd, and he'll head down to first, and the bases are loaded for Evan Huddleston.
Well, really big opportunity here for Evan Huddleston. This is, I know 2 outs, but kind of danger time for Stone Memorial. You got to get this out. You really don't want it to turn back over to the top.
Chris Worsing goes on deck here, and this is either going to be 5-0 in the dugout or a gigantic problem for the Stone Memorial Panthers right here, right now. They've worked out of a couple of jams already. Both teams have, really. Now here's Drake Scarborough's turn. First pitch, a nice bounce back across for a strike. Huddleston today struck out, was hit by a pitch, and scored a run. Hit by a pitch right in the back of the head.
Sure did.
Sure doesn't feel great. There's the 0-1. But in some ways, as that one misses low, that's the best place to get hit.
It is,
because
yeah.
it's the best padding you got.
Exactly. Unless you got an elbow guard on or a foot guard. And even those, I mean, the helmet's probably the strongest out of any of them.
Bases loaded for the Bees. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead 5-0. That one misses upstairs, and it's 2-1. Had nowhere to put him, and one of the best hitters in the class waiting on deck.
And that's the thing. You don't want to give him anything here. You want Scarborough to bring you a pitch across the middle of the plate, not chase anything off.
The 2-1. That one just misses. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count to a pretty good hitter with Evan Huddleston. Scarborough knows it has to go over the plate here. The 3-1. Misses, ball 4. A Nick's Restaurant walk. It's an RBI for Evan Huddleston. And now the Bees 4 runs away from a magic number, and here comes Chris Worsing.
He could do it on one swing.
He certainly could do it on one swing.
He's done it once this year at this field.
Scarborough just trying to get back into the dugout for Evan Huddleston. RBI number 13 of the year.
It's pretty good when your 9 batter is able to drive in 13 runs and didn't even start playing until third week of the season.
Chris Worsing today is 1 for 3. A pop out, a ground out, and a single. First pitch here, there's that breaking ball across for strike 1. He did score a run back in the first inning as well. 1 run across again for the 3rd consecutive inning for the home team. And another look back. And really, I think if you're Coach Stokes, you want all the attention being on home plate.
Last time they threw down to second base, they gave up a run.
21 pitches in this half inning for Drake Scarborough. Coming in relief for Schaefer Sitton. It's a 1-for-1 swap. Sitton's out in right field now. 0-1. That one misses low. 1-1.
Yeah, everybody staying where they are. Obviously, Bisbee on left, and we saw Sitton come in. He was started and left when Bisbee was on the mound, and then he came into second base when they made a change.
Worsing awaits. That one misses upstairs. 2-1, and Scarborough's trying to find the location again, and it's actually going to be a quick trip out on a discussion here. And we'll see if the coaches over there saw something for him mechanically or just trying to calm things down, knowing that the game really hangs in the balance. You're obviously in a big hole to even put a comeback together against Alec Wilson on the other side, but the run rule becomes a very real thing if Chris Worsing finds a way aboard.
If he puts it into the outfield, absolutely, because 2 runs are coming across with Ryland Case standing on second base, unless you just have an absolutely perfect throw from the outfield. If that's the case, it's 8-0, and then you still got 2 runners on. So that's the conversation right now. You're trying to make a really, really good pitch on 2-1. Obviously, easier said than done when you've got Chris Worsing at the plate, Mr. Consistency for this ball club. And you really want to try to work it on the corners, maybe a little bit down, induce a ground ball, and see if you can't get out of the inning.
A fly out, then a runner reached on an error. Walk, fly out, runner hit by a pitch, and an RBI walk. No base hits in the inning against Drake Scarborough, but there's traffic all over the place. 1's already across, and the Bees are looking for more with 2 down. Chris Worsing climbs back in a 2-1 count after the mound visit. What does Scarborough go to here? The slider's been the only pitch he's been able to really locate so far. It's the fastball, and Worsing sends it foul out of play. Deuces wild, 2-2 with 2 outs.
That was close to maybe being called a ball if he lets it go, but close enough. He tried to take a swing at it, liked how it looked coming in.
The Panthers trying to strand the bases loaded here and keep a pulse alive here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 2-2. That one did not come out clean, and we run full. Nowhere to put him here in the district tournament. Full count.
Runner's going to be going as well as on movement home, so anything into the outfield is easily going to score 2.
And there's tons of speed at first as well with Evan Huddleston there. So here we go. 3-2 payoff pitch. Worsing sends this one into foul territory, now to play, and we're going to do it again. Holroyd is at second. Shoops at third. Huddleston at first. The rain falls again in Baxter, because why not?
It's going to be all day.
It's that garbage weather
as long
this
as
entire
it's not
week.
super heavy.
The entire back half of the week has just been
my goodness.
terrible weather. It's coming down pretty good all of a sudden again. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Worsing chases ball 4, sends it up into the air, angling towards foul territory, giving chases Eldridge on a back pedal, and it falls. We're going to do it again in the full count.
Well, I mean, if he's going to keep swinging at it, I'm going to keep throwing it there. And this rain is becoming an issue now with that breeze coming through.
Well, it's not even raining on the radar. So there's just one little shower that's popped up on. I think it's raining at the ballpark. It's not even raining on the interstate. It's not raining at the crossroads. It's raining right over the field here. As I complain from my very well-heated spot.
This is – I can't tell you how thankful I am that we are in this Jeff Petey Goolsby press box.
As we look at District 8 AAA, Tullahoma and Franklin County tied up at 0. It's going to be interesting to get a look at that Wildcats team. They had all those no-hitters early in the season, but here recently it has not been as pretty a baseball for the Wildcats, and we'll see who they're throwing today. And they are throwing Balin Tootin, their number 1 guy, and he's a really good pitcher, but 0-0. That Wildcats offense has been a little bit shaky at times this season. Their arm's very, very good.
Yeah, 2 hits either way in that game.
Another 3-2 coming here. Nope. Turn and look back the runner to second. We've had a full count for 45 minutes. As Worsing keeps fouling pitches off. Here comes the 3-2 again. Runners go. Ball 4 swung at again. Chris Worsing wants to hit a letter-high fastball somewhere in the ballpark.
I said it. He's going to keep throwing it there as he keeps swinging at it.
It is 3 straight letter-high fastballs that have been swung.
He better keep throwing it up, though, because if he brings it down a little bit, he's in trouble.
Bases are loaded. 27 pitches in the inning for Scarborough. Trying to get out of another jam with relatively little damage, just one across. Another payoff pitch. And another one, same spot. That one's a little closer.
That ball's crushed.
Crushed foul. What a battle.
That's why I said you better be careful throwing it in that spot, because if you miss, it's gone.
Chris Worsing with 21 RBIs on the campaign.
He's looking in that exact spot, so.
What does Drake Scarborough throw here? Another 3-2 payoff pitch. This one sent up into the air, into center, angling back. That is well struck, and it is down. 1 hops to the fence. 2-run score. 3-run score. Chris Worsing is that dude. A 3 RBI bases clearing Rico double.
What an absolute battle by Chris Worsing. Fouls off, 4 or 5 in a row up that left side. Finally gets something over the middle of the plate, and he puts a charge into it, just a couple of bounces short of that 375 sign in dead center. Darren Bowman, nothing he can do about it. That ball was hit well, clears the bases, and now 1 run away from ending this game early.
Now Chris Worsing ties Juju Yano for the team lead with 24 RBIs, and Braden Green's trying to end it with 1 swing of the bat. Runner on for Worsing as Jackson West going to come on and run. This kid is so good. He is so good. And he does it again.
That was tremendous. It's tough for Scarborough because you made a lot of really good pitches, and then you go up in the zone, feel like you make another good one, and Worsing able to catch up to it. Now you got West out there with a good amount of speed.
Braden Green trying to end it. First pitch misses up. Looming behind him is Justin Fowan, and the regular season champs are on the doorstep of a return trip to the region tournament, which they very much want to play in this ballpark next week. Here's the 1-0. That one misses. 2-0.
And now if you're Scarborough, you got to find some way to get out of this inning. And now behind 2-0.
He threw a bunch of good pitches.
He did.
And Worsing just fouled them all off and then found the one he liked and sent it into center, and it almost got out of here.
It was close. Warm day it might.
A lot of other ballparks it does. 2-0 slider misses inside. West almost took off, and everybody who's in this press box that wants this game to end in a run rule is saying, hang on. 3-0 West retreats, and you got an empty bag, but you got a problem on deck.
Yeah.
If you're Drake Scarborough.
I mean, definitely red light if you're Braden Green.
3-0. Red light special, and Scarborough finds the zone. 3-1. Uh, 3-1. And Green sends this one into right. It is down. Fair ball. Run rule. Ball game over. Braden Green with an RBI ices it away, and the regular season district champion Upperman Bees roll to the championship round of the district tournament. Final score 10-0.
That's a heck of a win by Upperman coming into this inning, only up 5-0, and again did a lot of the damage with 2 outs. It all starts with Chris Worsing on 3-2, blasts one out to center field to clear the bases. And how about Braden Green? The resurgence of Braden Green here in this game drives home the game-winning run. And now you even get to save your arms a little bit more for the championship tomorrow.
Braden Green with an RBI double. He had 2 RBIs today. The Bees, with a professional approach throughout the game, worked out of a couple of jams and ultimately poured it on in the bottom half of the 5th to win it on the run roll. 10-0. They advance on into the region tournament. Will have to win 1 of 2 games tomorrow, and they will have Chris Worsing on the mound in game 1. The question is, will it be against these Panthers, the Warriors, or the Jets? We'll get closer to an answer with that one coming up with our next game, but first, time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
I think I'm leaning Chris Wersing here. 2 for 4 with 3 runs driven in. Obviously, that bases clearing double, and then the runs scored. Alec Wilson, obviously very good. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He did the job. The offense really did the job today, led by Chris Wersing out of the leadoff spot. He is your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
The Bees do what they came to do, which is advance on once again. Who will they face? We'll find out at least a little bit closer to finding out coming up next. Our next game, about 30 minutes or so in a new stream. The White County Warriors take on the Cumberland County Jets with the season on the line. Winner of that game gets the Stowe Memorial Panthers, who have Titus Bisbee ready to go in that one. The chess match is going to be fun to watch as we move through the day. Final score in game number 1 of 3. Upperman 10, Stowe Memorial 0. Much more to come from Baxter. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my right. Join us in just a few minutes right back here.